Well, welcome back. Welcome back to Not Coming Soon, my friends. This is the long-awaited part 3 of Brood of Vipers. Not to be confused with the freaking money grab stolen concept of Den of Thieves. We still have not seen our residuals from that. But Den of Thieves 2 now in theaters, next week in theaters.
Let's not put a time to this.
Good point. Good point, Jeff. What's today? The 9th?
Oh.
Cut that. Den of Thieves 2 coming soon.
Coming soon. Out already.
Or out already. Check your local listings. Anyway, I'm Ryan.
And I am Jeff Myers.
And this is not coming soon. The episode's not coming soon, but the name of the show is also not coming soon. You see how we tied that together. We're very clever.
Yep.
But the reason I know about Den of Thieves 2 is because I was in the theater watching Gladiator II.
Okay.
Way behind schedule. When it was evacuated for a snowstorm. So I've only seen 30 minutes of Gladiator 2.
Interesting. What did you think of those 30 minutes?
I liked it. I mean,
yeah.
The opening for the first one is so iconic and strong. It just it didn't live up to that, but what can the beginning, the like opening. Also, so Paul Mescal is Lucius.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought, and then going into it, and then I'm like, wait a second, what? So she must have sent him away at some point.
For
protection.
There is some explanation as to what happened. There's also feels like a lot of retconning happens, and I don't know. Okay,
yeah,
it was okay. It was good. It was good. I liked it.
Okay,
but I felt like it was not helped by being a Gladiator sequel. I think it could have been a really cool standalone thing. But there were elements that they tried to tie into a Gladiator sequel that they could have just done with some random old gladiator that they could have done either flashback or like just told expositional stories about rather than relying on some of the stuff. And I felt like the intro was super weird. It was like, hey, remember Gladiator?
Right. Here's a pastel drawing of
the movie
abstract,
from 25 years ago.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you said that because like I was thinking that too, kind of at the beginning of this, or maybe even in the trailers. I was like, what's stopping you from making just a new movie about a gladiator?
Yeah.
But it's also it seems strange that they were literally setting up all the same types of characters from the first one. You have the boonies wealthy slave owner guy, Denzel this time. Can't remember what the guy's name was last time.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You have the corrupt, creepy, childish Caesars. The Pedro Pascal character is the new one. That seems like a snake within the wall, rat in the walls. He seems not happy with his role in the Empire, and I would assume at some point in this film they get together.
Yeah.
Especially because he's with the mom.
Yeah, so I thought that his character was really an interesting addition, and could have been. I really do think that the structure of this movie could have been better as not a sequel and just its own Gladiator movie. But I guess if Ridley Scott had directed another Gladiator type movie, everybody would have been saying the opposite thing of like, why is this not just a Gladiator sequel or whatever? Yeah. So
that's what's when you make a movie that good, and they did the same thing like with the Pirates movies, the tent like of the film, like, and the feel of the whole thing is kind of what makes it so iconic. So you really can't. It's hard to reapproach it because you have to do it differently.
Yeah.
Or you have to make it a sequel.
I don't know.
But anyway,
well,
the monkeys always put me on edge. So that
Dude,
was
that
intense.
scene was crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Glad I was not in there. Also, way more of them survived than they should have. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like rabid baboons? Were those baboons?
Yeah, like rabid, emaciated baboons.
Like wanting to eat you, to like consume you to survive. I think I would assume they would have taken out.
Yeah.
I thought Paul was gonna be the last one standing.
I thought that as well. Yeah, that was.
But then there was like 15 of them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a second.
Then what? Like, why is he special? Like,
Yeah,
if all
exactly.
the other ones took out all these monkeys too, why is he interesting?
Yeah, right. Oh, wait, they make fun of him for the one who eats monkeys.
Yeah.
What he should have said, and I wish he had done this. I don't know if it would have ruined the tone or not. But when they all started doing the like ape noises when he like sat down at the table, if he had clapped back with "You better stop, I'm gonna get hungry," because make monkey noises and then make him hungry.
I don't think that's his character, but that
own it. He giggled. I feel like it would have. You didn't have to say it like that. You said it in like a cool
he's
way.
a professional actor. You could probably say it.
But and Ridley, that's my 2 cents from the 30 minutes I watched.
Is that going to be nominated for anything? Was it nominated for anything? For like, because you watch Golden Globes, right?
Oh yes, I did watch the Golden Globes. Yeah. Because Denzel was nominated.
Ah, good for Denzel. I'm like super behind on award season. I have watched very few of the awards clattering movies. Like I looked at, because I didn't watch the show, and then I went back and looked at all the winners, and I was like, I haven't seen like any of these movies, nor the TV shows. Which it's always weird to me, the Golden Globes, because they retread both. Yeah. They retread the Emmys, and then they preempt the Oscars. So it's like right in the middle where I feel like we're talking about TV shows that happened like 2 years ago. Because the Emmys feel like so long ago, and they covered all the same shows, right? Yeah.
Wait, like, have you seen Baby Reindeer?
I have not. No.
I haven't either, and I mean I guess we have to, because it's won like a crap ton of awards.
Yeah.
But that came up again, and I remember watching the Emmys being like, man, that keeps winning, and I haven't seen it. And then I again went from not hearing about it at all, and then last night it won a couple more too, or not last night. I'm sorry, at the Golden Globes. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I have not haven't seen anything about it other than when it wins awards. Like I feel like no one has talked about it outside of award season, which is like strange. Like usually I feel like I come into this, I'm like, I haven't seen it, but that has a lot of buzz.
I feel like that has something to do with its Netflix-ness.
Yeah.
Because for the shows that they know are going to garner interest and drive return subscribers or maintain subscribers, they'll break it up now. So they'll have like the last season of Ozark was in one, they did it in like January, dropped it in January, and then dropped another half in like April or whatever. But for shows like Baby Reindeer, where they have no idea what the reception is going to be, they just drop all the episodes at once, and then there's like maybe a week of conversation, like in the broad perspective, and then I don't really hear anything about it after that, except for the awards, which is pretty insane. And to my understanding, it feels like it's like a sad show. Like
I think so.
Yeah,
I've seen countless clips of it during award shows, and I still cannot tell you what it's about. I also I said it when the Emmys happened, and I'm going to say it again. Jeremy Allen White winning Best Comedic Actor in a TV show, musical or comedy. He won again. Is egregious. It is an absolute insult to the comedic actors out there. Is he a phenomenal actor? Yes. Is The Bear an amazing show? Yes. Is it a comedy? No, it is not a comedy. There's funny people in it.
Yeah.
But it's in all facets of a show, it is a drama.
Yeah. I would
look at it.
I would say Succession is funnier.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
You could, especially with the parody of Succession being making fun of like massive corporations, you could get away calling it a comedy. Like if you go from a pure satire standpoint. Mm-hmm. The Bear is just a beautiful show with a lot of broken people and a lot of sadness.
Yeah.
And some funny people. Like it is not a comedy. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I feel like there's always kind of category fraud, especially at the Golden Globes. I was looking at the nominees from last year for actor in a comedy movie, musical or comedy movie, and like Beau is Afraid was a comedy, and Joaquin Phoenix was nominated for that. I was like, what? That's baffling. They're so like. I feel like those genres are so restrictive at this point. It's not how entertainment is structured now.
No. Well, yeah, exactly. I feel like you have a lot more melting together.
Yeah.
Like with shows like The Bear and Succession, they make amazing television, but also have very gifted actors in it that have a comedic role. Like Kieran Culkin was the sad clown. Like that was his role. So he's going to be funny. And also, why is it that musical and comedy are lumped together? I feel like those are two extremely different skill sets.
Like, why are we limiting at those two? Like, why are we saying why does comedy and musical deserve its own category? But like, would you put horror, like a horror movie? Would you put that in? Has the Golden Globes deemed that not art enough to be awarded? Like where are they drawing those lines? Whatever. I think the Golden Globes especially, but award shows in general are like having this like reckoning moment where everybody's kind of like, what is the purpose of these, and how do we address like modern tastes in them? Because it feels like they're not awarding the biggest things out there, except the like whatever box office achievement or like popcorn award.
Which I think was the only award that Wicked took home. I think was like the whatever achievement, the like new one that was like, this is culturally significant, but you're no people in it are winning anything, and I was surprised at that. I thought Cynthia Erivo was gonna win.
I wonder if they are waiting for part 2, like kind of saying like, hey, this is part 1. There's more. I don't know. There's more emotion and drama, I guess, that happens in part 2, which I guess they're waiting for. We can't award this thing all in part 1. From what I have heard, most of the songs that everybody wanted to hear were in part 1.
Okay, I thought so too. I thought you were gonna say part 2. I was like, I can't.
No. But I think that they have made up some songs for part 2.
True. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, part 1 was just the musical, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then part 2, they'll come in, because part 2, I think, is supposedly like the musical. The act 2 of the musical is much shorter than act 1. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, so they
got to fill the time.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. Something that, like, I don't know if it is nominated, but if it is, it really shouldn't be. Watched Juror number 2 the other day.
Oh, yeah, the Clint Eastwood movie that they just dropped on Max kind of without telling anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's probably Clint Eastwood's last movie.
Mostly, yeah.
Because I feel like it was a favor to just give him one last. The legend wants to direct another movie. Let's let him direct another movie, and then he can go out to pasture.
Okay.
And we'll just dump it on Max, and that'll be that. That'll be kind of
okay.
Cap on his career. Good job.
That makes sense, because the few things I had seen about it where why is Clint Eastwood's last movie not being marketed at all?
Right?
And why is it going straight to streaming?
Well, I think because it was bad, and they knew it was bad.
Okay. Okay. That makes total sense.
Reviews have not been terrible, which kind of shocked me because I watched the movie and I'm like, what the heck happened here? So like it's got problems both from a writing perspective, but also like a casting perspective, because there are just a ton of like B-level TV actors that are, I guess, doing their best to deliver some of these lines. But it is like really, really poor at some points. So do you know the concept of the movie?
If I understood the trailer, I think that I've seen a couple times, it appears like the idea of this movie is somebody is falsely accused of murder. Is it murder? Is that the crime? Of a crime.
Yeah.
And they're on trial, and the actual perpetrator is juror number 2, is how I've interpreted the trailers. Is that the case?
So this is all in the trailer. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what the concept is, because the concept is like really interesting, and I can see why people were drawn to this movie. Like there are there's casting problem on the edges, but then there's like very prominent people that are doing their best with the content that they've been given, the script they've been given. Because Nicholas Hoult does well. Nicholas Hoult is very convincing and very good. But the concept of the movie is that this guy is put on a jury, and the case is murder. It is not clear throughout, even to the end of the movie, that he's innocent.
The guy on trial or Nicholas Hoult?
The guy on trial. It's not clear. There is a lot of uncertainty around what happened. So the beginning, they're going through the arguments of the case. Like Toni Collette is the prosecution, and so like, and she's made the weird choice of putting on a Southern accent occasionally, but so she's walking the jurors through the case and the circumstances and the story that the case that she's building, and as she is telling the story of what happened, you see juror number 2, Nicholas Hoult's character, on the edges of that story. Okay. And so you're going into his view at certain points, seeing like what he experienced. Okay. And
so he was somehow associated with this and still put on the jury?
He was present, but they don't know. Nobody knows that. Okay. It was at a bar. Okay. And the incident happened on the road around the bar. Okay. So you see him leave the bar and start driving, and then he hits something, and he stops the car on the side of the road, and he looks around. There's something has hit his car. Or his car has hit something. And then he looks up and he sees a deer crossing sign. He's like, okay, it must have been a deer. He doesn't see anything. It's very dark and rainy. He doesn't see anything. He gets in the car and drives away. So he's put on this jury. And a woman had died. She had fallen off the road.
Fallen off the road?
Into like a creek.
In her car like or just walking?
Just walking.
Okay.
So she had fallen off the road, and so he is like, did I do this?
Oh, okay.
But he's not sure. Oh. And that's pretty much the whole, like, he goes through the whole movie, and you really, like, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but you really don't know either way the whole time.
Huh. And then you do find out at the end, or no? No?
No.
It's really... Don't love that.
No, don't love that. And it's like, but it is a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
There's a lot of... coincidences and circumstances that have to line up. They have Nicholas Hoult, Toni Collette, J.K. Simmons. They waste J.K. Simmons. He's in maybe 3 minutes of the movie. He's on the jury. And they're like in the deliberation suite. So the trial only lasts like maybe 30 minutes of the movie. And then the rest is like deliberations, which is really fascinating. But yeah, it was, it felt sad and lacking for the last of a career.
Yeah. Well, man, he's 93?
93 or 94, maybe 95.
Like, how do you command anything?
I don't know, man. Like, he can't have really directed this movie, right?
Right? There's from my understanding, I've never directed film myself, but
pretty demanding, right?
Exactly. It's a very demanding job. And you literally, I mean, you're the final say in almost every facet of the movie. That seems difficult to do.
And, like,
on a good day.
He's been moving slowly for a long time. Like at least 5 years of like, man, is this guy all right? Like, is this guy gonna just like keel over in this interview?
Right?
I mean, Ridley Scott is similar age-wise, and he's still cranking them out. He is. I don't know how he is operating the way he's operating. He's like 80. He's like 86, something like that.
Wow.
He put 2 movies out in 1 year, just 2 years ago. Two big movies.
That's wild, man. I want to be a legend. How do you become a legend? You know, I feel like I feel like it's easier to do when you have, you've already built the reputation for yourself. There's literally nothing you have to prove here. You can just enjoy what you're doing. If it's interesting to you, you pursue it.
Yeah, isn't that that is like where you want to be in life?
Oh,
where
totally.
people just let you do what you want to do.
Yeah. You release it to streaming, whatever. I just want it was the ride was fun.
Well, I also watched Conclave, so I did like I am behind on awards movie stuff, but I feel like I am doing okay. I'm getting there. I might watch Amelia Perez.
Big winner! That won quite a few.
Did it win a lot?
Yes. Zoe Saldana won.
Oh wow!
For her role, I think it won best movie. It won a pretty big award.
Comedy. Probably.
I think it did. It did. Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, I need to check it out.
Yeah.
But I did watch Conclave.
Yes. Okay.
Another long line of Pope movies that are awards fodder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is that I've seen the pictures of a shirtless Ralph Fiennes. Is that, and he's ripped. Did he get ripped for this?
No.
Is that what this is?
He got he's a pope. He's in pope robes he's a cardinal. He is leading the selection of a new pope.
Okay. Yeah. So not much nudity in that.
Not too much nudity in this one, except for the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. What he is ripped for is a movie called The Return, which is the last portion of Homer's The Odyssey. So he's playing Odysseus right as he is getting back from his journey.
Okay. Not to be confused with...
This is the reaction that I had.
It's a different movie than Christopher Nolan's star-studded Odyssey?
Yes. It is a different movie.
Interesting.
So it is fascinating to me that there is a whole movie dedicated to the very last portion of the Odyssey, and apparently Christopher Nolan's going to come out next year and have the entirety of the Odyssey. Is he going to do this in 2 parts? Is this going to be one of those? I bet it's gonna be 2 parts.
He might throw a trilogy at us.
Well, watch. He's gonna do. No, I gotta do the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Oh,
it's gotta be 4. It's gotta be 4 parts, 2 parts each. This is the rest of my career.
Oh, that'd be wild. Have you seen the stuff where it's like, it's in the office at Universal now? Is Universal doing the Odyssey?
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Where Christopher Nolan asking for real mythological creatures because he doesn't want to use CGI.
Dude, I don't know how he's going to do it, because there's like, that's going to be a lot of. It's going to either need very expensive prosthetics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, he's just going to mess around and make another Lord of the Rings-esque iconic piece of work.
I don't know, but like this cast list is insane.
It is insane. It's almost too insane. It concerns me how insane it is.
I remember thinking this when they were talking about the cast for Oppenheimer. But even Oppenheimer was like, I mean, Cillian Murphy is the lead. Like, okay,
yeah,
like he's like a great actor, very renowned, and like a Christopher Nolan guy, but he's wasn't super A-list. But this cast is Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, and Charlize Theron. Are you kidding me?
That is nuts.
That's the main cast, and I'm sure as we get closer, we'll hear like trickles more of like side characters that he's going to pull out of nowhere. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's that like I don't know what this is gonna look like. Is he going to do this in true Homer fashion? Is he going to do this as is he going to take this and put it in a different time period? Put
like,
it in a
Oh
different
Brother, Where Art Thou? Where it is. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Huh. I had not even considered this. And I would assume that it would be something else, like he's doing a retelling. But I don't know.
It's just like if I see all those actors you just mentioned, like popping up here and there as various creatures or people, if there's too many famous people in it, it takes me out of it. Unless it's jarring enough to where I'm like, okay, that's not this person. Like RDJ in Oppenheimer didn't feel like Tony Stark as I expected him to feel. It was a very different situation. The black and white parts of a lot of his scenes, I was surprised how okay I was, and like not being like, oh, it's RDJ. Which I watched Due Date the other day. Absolutely hilarious. Due Date is an amazing movie.
I have not checked out Due Date in quite some time, to be honest with you.
It holds up.
I'm sure it doesn't.
What are you talking
about? It can't not hold up as bad as Tropic Thunder though. That's got some rough bits. I did watch that on the plane. Bad idea.
Ooh.
Bad idea.
No, this Due Date's actually
not too bad. Not bad.
No, yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's irreverent humor, but there's no blackface. There's no blackface. So that's going for it.
That's on its side. But I just don't see him filling out a cast with CGI monster creatures, right? Like he's not going to do that, right?
No, I wouldn't think so. And yeah, that's true. That's the big difference. But like when you think of like the Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, and then King Kong. Watched that the other day. Fantastic. He leans heavily into the CGI, and he does an amazing job with it. Mm-hmm. And like Emily read a book on the life of Peter Jackson, and it's just like he got his career started with like he has like this production studio and like makeup and that kind of he worked with special effects like very early on, And so that was kind of his passion. So he like incorporated that into his movies, and it was very important to him. So he took a lot of time and money to make sure they look good. Like, it's kind of nuts knowing that King Kong is like 2009 or something like that, and how good it
might
looks.
Be like 2005.
Oh no, you're right. I think it is 2005. It looks amazing. I mean, there's parts that you could tell like CGI, but like it looks amazing. Lord of the Rings looks amazing, especially for the time period. So.
Crazy.
And then Nolan being on the other side of that, hating to use CGI and trying to do as much practical effects as possible, makes some amazing things. Like all of the like reaction chemistry type stuff from Oppenheimer, he freaking recreated that with various things. Like,
crazy.
Who knows what he's gonna do for the Odyssey?
The more that we're talking about, the more I'm like, this can't be a straight. A straight Odyssey. It has to be some sort of reformatting of the movie or the story.
That I think covers our current events.
I'd say so. Current-ish
segment. Current-ish events. Current to when we're recording this. So just a little time capsule for you.
Little time capsule.
Yeah. Which. Now, so that's going to take us into Brood of Vipers Part 3, which you guys have just been dying for. I mean, it's been too long, honestly. Yes.
Brood of Vipers. The Vipers are a group of thieves, and we're not going to, I don't think that this is something that you have to talk... This is not a title that you put into the movie.
I gotcha.
Nobody's going to say Brood of Vipers in this.
No.
But it is basically Ocean's 11, but everybody is backstabbing each other.
Snakes.
They're all snakes. Bunch of snake eyes. We have a group of thieves who are all going after a target, but they are all plotting to steal this target for themselves. Except the main leader of the group, who is planning for them to do this selfish move the whole time, and his target is actually an alternative target outside of the main objective that he has communicated to the rest of the group.
Yes. And I just remember, and I liked where we wound up after Part 2, because we decided that this heist was going to be at the decoy was going to be the vault of physical cash, and he's going after the digital assets of some organization that he used to be a part of.
Yes.
And I think he was the money guy, so he knows what protocols are in place when somebody is stealing from them.
Yes.
And he knows how to circumvent those protocols to take the money for himself. So he sends the squad. Okay, yes, go.
So, what if he was in line to take over this group?
Okay, yes.
He was burned, and the leader was killed or something, replaced by someone who was hostile to our main character.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And as revenge, he's going to take all of this because he knows the ins and outs of the money system.
Great call. Yes. And I think we hadn't had that much, but we did say he was passed over for a promotion of some kind. But I like that. I like this. Where the guy that actually takes over is potentially a Viper himself. Maybe he even killed the original boss.
Yeah.
And this guy knows about it. Potential.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Kind of.
But yet.
Like Gladiator. So the guy who is now leading the mob. And that was not to say, oh, we can't do this because it is just Gladiator, because it is different structurally. It is similar, but we're not going to lead him down like some quest through like the muck of like a brawler or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you can't have a patent on the.
It's just a revenge tale.
It's a revenge tale. Exactly. Yes.
I don't want to change too much because I think that we've got a pretty good base on that. I think we can add in elements. Like I think that I really like that element of the revenge tale plot with he was high ranking in this mob group and was pushed out. Yeah.
What if he's in this original organization and he is going along with the assumption that we're all in this together, to wit he gets essentially backstabbed and and passed over. And so it kind of looks like he's making that same mistake with this squad, and people are concerned for him. And then the reveal that he assumes this is going to happen, and he is one step ahead this time. Is just another. He learned his lesson.
Yes, excellent. But we don't reveal that.
No,
until like the end. So it is. Like, you go through this whole process of he is planning this heist with a bunch of backstabbing vipers. Yeah.
Vipers. Yeah, vipers.
And then you get to the end, and they've done the heist, and they are now all backstabbing each other. And then we see, he had a plan for this, and he knew that this was coming.
Let's go. All right. So should we put some faces to some names?
Yeah. Well, obviously Gerard Butler.
And then what's Ice Cube's real name? He's not O'Shea Jackson, is he?
I thought so, because I think his son is O'Shea Jackson Jr. I think that's...
Oh, okay, so then that does make sense. Okay, so O'Shea Jackson Jr. is also in this.
He's Perfect. Yeah. Let me just confirm that.
I think you're right, because I swear it popped up, and I'm like, I thought that was Ice Cube's name. But didn't he play... Didn't his son played
him in Straight Outta Compton?
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
that made that so confusing. Not only is he a junior, but he did in fact play Ice Cube.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. legally changed his name to Ice Cube.
O'Shea Jackson Jr.
No. Not junior.
Okay.
O'Shea Jackson. O'Shea Jackson.
Oh, O'Shea Jackson. Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
First, wait. One name, Ice Cube, or Ice first name?
Space Cube.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
His last name is
That's
Cube?
what it says in trivia. I don't know if that's true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mr. Cube.
Mr. Cube. So I don't know why, and it might just be because Carry On and
okay.
Ozark, but I think. What do you think about Jason Bateman?
I love it. It's perfect. It's He you don't doubt his financial mind. He knows that he's just
he's a quick talker,
collected guy. Yeah. He's a quick talker. Jason Bateman is our main guy. Love it. Who do we want? So who should we headhunt for this? Because I'm thinking the antagonist being the usurper.
Yes.
Is semi-prominent. Obviously, at the beginning
enough
and end.
to get an A-lister in there.
Exactly. Yeah. I hate because when I go through these, I can only think of like really big names that are like cliche. Because my brain was thinking Jason Statham, but I'm like, I feel like that's too on the nose.
No, I don't think so. We could do Jason Sudeikis and Charlie Day as two of the extra Vipers, and then probably Colin Farrell. Kevin Spacey's not touchable right now.
No, you can't do that.
Can't do Kevin Spacey. No. So I would say probably Colin Farrell for the usurper there.
Okay. Let's see. maybe the boss prior to the usurpation, if that is a tense. You get Jennifer Aniston.
There you
go. Girl boss. Let's go.
Girl. Okay, so
she doesn't make it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. But actually, I think...
Yeah, so, okay. I do like Jason Bateman as their main guy.
I do like Jason Bateman as the main guy there. So I think an older person for the previous mob boss would be interesting. Yes. Like a Donald Sutherland but like seriously,
like, yes.
In the Italian Job, like how he's in it for like a little bit and he gets offed. Like we already talked about him a little bit, but Brendan Gleeson as the head honcho that is killed.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know if I like that.
I know. See, I feel like I'm too basic in these selections. Yeah. Like I want to get deeper, but they don't come to mind immediately. Like here we go again. Like we can't put Giancarlo Esposito. Like it's too on the nose. Would he be fantastic? Yes. You want him?
What if?
Should we call him?
What do you think about Channing Tatum as the bad guy?
What?
As the
usurper?
Yes.
Okay. I think we can get behind that. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that he could have a little fun with the role.
Exactly.
He's reckless.
Indeed.
I think that would be kind of cool.
It's weird you bring up Channing Tatum because I think we've been on a bender recently. We watched 21 Jump Street.
Nice.
Classic. And then I had the absolute just pleasure to watch Step Up. The other day for the first time.
Did you catch Step Up to the Streets?
No, because Channing Tatum's not in it. So
okay.
But the whole movie, like whenever there was like B-roll of like a street, I'm like, oh, are these the streets? Yeah. Step up to the streets? To me? To the streets? What is that from?
I have no idea.
You're gonna step up to me? To this? That's from something. Please, in the comments, please tell us what it is. I can't think of what it is. God, what? Anyway. But Step Up to... no, just the first one. Step Up. Dude has moves. He does have moves.
Does have moves. Sure.
It's a classic... why are all you 30-year-olds in high school movie.
Yeah.
And he's the only name I recognize. I thought there would be some other ones, but no. Anyway, Channing Tatum. I like it. Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of like other Vipers to put in there.
I mean, you gotta have Walton Goggins.
Dude, Walton Goggins, I would cast I would cast Walton Goggins in anything, dude.
Dude, I can't get a read on the goggles. He did one where he was sitting in front of a mirror talking to himself about the goggles, and I'm like, this dude, I can't tell if he's using the joke to sell them or if they are a joke.
I think he's using the joke to sell them. I'll be honest.
They're just ski.
I think that he's using the joke to try to sell them, and I don't know if it's gonna work for him, but I just will be there to watch every single second of it. If you've made it this far and you are now confused as to what we are talking about, why don't you do yourself a favor and search up Walton Goggins goggle glasses and be amazed.
They're straight up like ski goggles complete with strap, but they're casual. They're like they're meant for everyday life.
They've got sport mode and they've got street mode. You can take them anywhere.
It's, if anything, I mean seriously, his like little bits with them are they kill me. They are so funny.
Wait for him on White Lotus. I cannot wait.
Oh, I can't wait for White Lotus. I love White Lotus. It's just obviously bad things are happening, but it's such great vibes, man.
Great vibes.
I just Mike White, hum babe.
Unbelievable. Well,
Unbelievable.
I think that we can put a nail in Brood of Vipers. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. So we nailed down Jason Bateman, main guy. Walton Goggins is working with him.
One of the Vipers.
One of the Vipers. This may be weird, and it's probably just because of Predators, but Topher Grace pulled that one out of.
All right.
The bum. Another Viper.
I like it.
Yeah.
He gets to be in the action on the heist this time because he's playing himself and playing cards in Ocean's 11.
Oh, dude, that I forgot about. I was. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Here we go. Exactly. Give him a chance.
Yeah. Give him a chance. Get in the game.
All Reds.
All Reds.
Iconic. And then Channing Tatum as our usurper main antagonist.
I like it.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, dude. There's the added like he's the younger guy compared to Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
And there's that much more resentment that he gets to be the boss.
Yeah. Perfect.
Snap.
Wow.
Brood of Vipers.
Brood of Vipers.
Check
in
your
the
local
books.
listings.
Check your local listings. Okay. Can you connect for me?
Oh shoot! Yeah. What do you got?
Take me from Gerard Butler to Matt Damon.
Okay. All right.
I have not done this in my head before, so I'm sure that there is probably a pretty easy way, but I want to.
Okay, but I just entrenched myself in my Gerard Butler pick, and I'm not gonna move from it.
Excellent. Where are you going from?
How to Train Your Dragon. Okay. How to Train Your Dragon. Okay. Okay. Right there. Oh. Gerard Butler is in How to Train Your Dragon with Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill is in the Lego Movie with Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell's in the other guys with Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is in The Departed with Matt Damon.
Very nice.
Yeah. That might have been a record for me, time-wise. Okay,
that was pretty good. You also could have done Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio, The Departed.
Cool.
And
Jonah Hill. Yeah, he is. He plays Snotlout.
Yes, the classic character Snotlout.
Everyone's favorite. Wow, these are nuts. Hiccup. Stork.
Show.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Gobber. Fish legs.
Okay.
Astrid. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Snotlout. Rough Nut. Rough Nut and then Tough Nut. I believe they're twins. Ach. Stockard.
Okay.
Okay, these are wild. Phlegma the Fierce.
Okay.
Do they say these at any point? I have no recollection.
They can't say all these.
Hork the Haggard.
Hork?
David Tennant plays Spitelout.
Okay.
And then Randy Thom, everyone's favorite, he plays Dragons. I'm assuming he's a bit of a Frank Welker, Alan Tudyk, Animal Noises guy.
So my route was Gerard Butler in The Bounty Hunter with Jennifer Aniston, who's in Horrible Bosses with Jason Bateman, who's in Air with Matt Damon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. That's a good little movie.
That is. Yeah. Do we think that, to me the decision to not show Michael Jordan's face was one of two things. Either one, it's such a big time figure that when you see that it's not Michael Jordan, you're gonna know and it's gonna take you out of it. Yeah. Or two, he's not yet Michael Jordan.
Interesting.
Like they're taking the chance on this kid who's like you would know and recognize today, but not so much.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like it might have, part of it might have been like Michael Jordan needs to sign off on whoever we cast as Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan is never going to sign off on anybody playing Michael Jordan. But I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, no,
because I think that they had his input on who they cast as his mom, and I think he was like, Viola Davis. That's it. That's all you got. That's who you're casting.
Hey, it worked out.
Yeah,
she was good.
She did great.
Another classic episode of Not Coming Soon.
Another classic. Thanks for shaking the rust out with us. We will be back at some point with another tale for you. And I promise you, it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be well worth the wait. Just hang in there, and we'll be back with you when we are back with you.
That's right. That's right.
So until next time, I have been Jeff Myers.
And I've been Ryan Myers.
And we sincerely hope that you get to where you're going.
Get to where you're going. Get there safely. Get there on time. Because nobody likes people that aren't punctual.
Yes. Get there on time, people.
It's not an endearing part. No, it's not that hard, and it's not an endearing part of your personality. No, it's not cute at all. I'm never on time. No. Get to where you're going. Get there on time. Get there early. If you're there early, you're 5 minutes late. Wait. If you're there on time, you're 5 minutes late?
Yeah,
if you're there 5 minutes early, you're on time.
That's it. There we go.
Yeah. But we hope you get there.
Yeah. Sincerely. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Check your local list.
Let's check your local list.